Angels. It's Kate the Angel Medium here. I don't really know what's going on with the lighting in my office right now, but we're going to run with it. We're going to just be here and we're going to run with it. As you know, or if you don't know, if you are new here, I'm Kate the Angel Medium. I channel Archangel Michael as well as all the angels of the highest Christed light, including yours and mine. And I do these raw and unedited. Literally come into my office, I sit down, and I channel the message that I'm meant to channel in real time. And then I don't edit it. I hit post with good old YouTube. I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's just one of them days. We're all recovering from the eclipse. It's probably why you're feeling really, really tired. And the reason why you're feeling really, really tired is because in eclipse season, what's going on is you're running two programs at once. Your old identity and your new identity, which is exhausting. And listen, same. I'm going through it too in that respect. My old version is having a really hard time getting out of the way of my new version. And let's talk about that. Because I know in the spiritual space, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever, there's this huge notion or this trend or whatever that's telling you to kill the old version of you. But why? Why are we so mad at the old version of us? That's crazy work. Why should we be so mad at the old version of us? I love the old version of me. The old version of me decided that one day I was going to value myself and that one day I was going to start a business and I was going to share my gifts. The old version of me is a badass. Yeah, I love the old version of me. However, the old version of me has done her job. And it is now time for the new version of me to take control. But I am in no way in the idea or the mindset that it's time for me to kill the old version of me. Why would I want to do that? I love her. I'm so grateful to her. You know, the older versions of me have propelled me into a place of fulfillment and love and success. An older version of me gave me the strength and the courage to finally walk away from my abusive ex-husband. See, that's not going to work. We are not meant to not accept all the versions of ourselves. We're meant to love and accept every version of ourselves, but also understand when it's time to pass the reins to the next version. Because the old version of me is no longer equipped to walk me into the next season. Not because she's unworthy of it, but because she just doesn't have the energy, the cojones, the wisdom, the confidence, whatever, to walk me into the next version of myself, the next version or the era, whatever timeline, whatever you want to call it. And that's okay, because I'm still incredibly grateful for how far she's gotten me. But it's time for me to let her go retire in Tahiti with a Mai Tai because she's done her job and she's earned it. Let her live off her 401k. I mean, like I said, she's pretty incredible and amazing, and I'm so grateful for her. But right now, what it feels like as we're moving through the middle of the eclipse season, because we're actually in between two eclipses right now, is that we're running two programs internally at the same time, our old version and our new version. That's why so many of us, myself included, are exhausted. And no one is exempt from this. We can't control the sun, the moon, the stars. We are all directly affected by this energy. See, we all are affected by the bigger energies around us. It's about our awareness and our intention on what we choose to do with it and how we allow it to interact or affect us. Because we still have free will and we still have sovereignty, right? Absolutely. So the question is, how do we decide or move into the direction of allowing our new version of us to take the reins? Well, it starts with making a decision that the new version is in charge. Yeah. It's about being so radically and having the audacity to allow the new version of you to call the shots. Asking yourself, would this next version of me, the version that I'm stepping into, what would they do? how would they move? What kind of decisions would they make, right? But right now, we tend to run on autopilot. And in our comfort zone, the programming that's been running on autopilot is the old version. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to interrupt the pattern. And the only way to interrupt a pattern is by interrupting it and replacing it with something else. Yeah. So how are we going to start to make the changes is by making changes, doing something different. And that could be so mundane. Let's say that every single time you catch yourself having a low vibrational, low frequency, negative, harmful thought, we're going to call it whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It does not matter to me. Do something different. In the past, you would just fall victim to it. You would just allow your emotions to dictate your decisions. This time, I want you to do something different to interrupt the pattern. It could be simply standing up. You could, in that moment, decide that I'm going to stand up. And every single time you have a negative thought or say something negative to yourself, whatever, you just stand up or clap your hands. Follow your intuition here. What is your intuition telling you to do in that moment to break the chain, to break the pattern? Ask yourself, what is something you could do immediately in that moment to change your nervous system, to break the chain? It isn't always about calm, reset. Sometimes it's literally breaking it, stopping it, redirection. Think about a toddler getting into trouble, right? And they're running around, they're getting into all the things, and all you have to do is go in there, grab that little toddler and say, "Come here, let's go play with Play-Doh." That's what I want you to do. I want you to break the chain and replace it with new programming. And the more you do that, the more you actively and intentionally run the new program, the quicker the change happens. But Kate, I don't even know what the new program is yet. Then sit down with yourself and ask yourself the best version, the favorite version, whatever you want to call it, how do they act? Authentically to you, what is your idea of success? Not my idea of success, your idea of success. Is it waking up every morning at 7 a.m. and going to Pilates? Well, then wake up at 7 a.m. Maybe you don't get to Pilates right away, but what if you just start breaking the chain by setting your alarm every single day at 7 a.m. and just waking up? You're creating a new system and installing a new program that you wake up at 7. And what if you just did that for a month, where you just got really comfortable with waking up at 7 a.m. every morning and you didn't do anything? Maybe you just even laid in bed and you read a book. But you're changing the pattern. Because it isn't about always jumping into the deep end, not always jumping into the deep end. Some of us are not ready. A lot of us have experienced a lot of trauma. A lot of us have destroyed our self-trust. And so we have to look at this like a ladder, okay? And a lot of times, the reason why we set ourselves up for failure, not that you can't learn anything from failure, but you have to understand there's many different approaches to new ways of doing things. And so have the goal and find a new approach if the approach that you've already been doing isn't working. Do it differently. Stop beating yourself up. Stop expecting you to wake up and be a Pilates princess overnight. Because maybe the only thing you need to get comfortable with is getting up earlier. And then in a month or two, you get comfortable with getting up earlier and getting dressed. And then maybe finally in 3 months, you go to your first Pilates class because you wake up at 7 a.m., you have your coffee, you do all the things, and you're ready to go. So the next step, the next level on the ladder, is getting in your car and driving to the Pilates studio. Exactly. You're picking up what I'm putting down. I felt the energy shift. Heck yeah. This is why we do what we do. So hear me out, guys. Setting yourself up for success is just about finding the right approach for you. Because maybe waking up at 7 is already easy for you. Maybe your big issue is you don't like large crowds. So maybe the most important thing you can do is find a Pilates video where you can do Pilates in your home alone. Or you join something like Hotworks, where you can do it all by yourself. But you know that if you do it at home, you're not going to do it because you got to get out of the house. And this can pertain to anything, anything, anything. Maybe you just want to get out and meet new people because you want to meet the love of your life. But you also know that watching Netflix every single night with your cat, you're not going to meet anybody new. And honestly, the dating apps ain't it for you. Fair enough. I didn't exactly meet my husband on a dating app. I'm not opposed to it either. But maybe it just hasn't been working out for you for whatever reason. And you need a new approach. That's it. So maybe what you really need to do is ask yourself, when you meet new people, are you feeling your best? So maybe the new approach isn't about how you meet new people, but that you make sure when you meet new people, you feel your best. So that you are confident in yourself, you're self-assured, and you attract the right type of energy to you and not somebody that isn't going to value you because you're still learning to value yourself. So maybe the true approach to attracting the love of your life is to learn to love yourself first. Oh, shoot. You guys, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not broken. Not everybody operates the same way. And sometimes you just have to find a new approach. But yeah, right now, you're exhausted, you're tired. So we lean into it. It is what it is. It's okay to be a saddie and a baddie. I can be a baddie from bed. It is what it is. I can still be productive while resting because rest is productive. But in that process of rest is when you should be sitting down and truly figuring out who the next version of you is. And it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Find a new approach. See, one of my favorite quotes is from Pitbull, ironically, Mr. Worldwide. And he said, I think I saw it on TikTok or something, and he was like, long vision, short steps. Just take one more step every single day, closer and closer to the version of you you've always dreamed of. If it has to start small and you're just dipping your toe into the proverbial deep end, that's fine. It's still progress. It's still growth. I'm not expecting you, Archangel Michael's not expecting you to wake up tomorrow and be a completely different version, because that's not even sustainable. That's not even sustainable. If you look at a ladder and you're trying to get to the 8th level, bitch, excuse my language, person, you're probably too short to reach that level. So start at 1 and build. Just build. 1 by 1. See, right now, you feel like you're drowning and you don't know how to get out because you feel like you got to get all the way out. But what if you just got to go up one more level? And then when you feel good there, you go up another level. And then another one until you get to the top. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Shoot, I was saying this to a client today. I was like, it's just like when you want to lose 20 pounds, right? You go to the gym, you work out. It's not like you're going to come home and you're immediately 20 pounds lighter. No, it takes time and energy and effort and discipline and devotion and commitment. Showing up. You're not going to get that instant gratification. It doesn't work like that. And that's okay. That's okay. So, what can you do today to take one little step closer to that next version of you? Maybe that next step is just figuring out who that person is and what they look like and how they act and what they do every day and what they eat and how they dress and how they talk and just even how they do their makeup. I don't care where you start. And if you don't know how they act yet, Work backwards. How do you know for a fact they don't do it they never do anymore? How about they never abandon themselves anymore, or they always stand up for themselves, or they have a backbone, or they never leave the house looking a mess? Whatever. There's no wrong way. You just have to find the right approach for you. That's it. So what's your approach? Like I said, it doesn't matter how you get there. Just get there. And it doesn't matter how you start, just start. There's no wrong answer. This isn't like one way of doing things. Think about it like this. We all have the most unique DNA. And so my path is going to look completely different than your path. And that's okay. What success looks like for me could look completely different for you. And that's okay. Because we're not all meant to be the same. That would be boring, right? I love differences in people. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I do. I mean, I'm pretty amazing, but I don't want to be in a room full of me. I just don't. I want to meet interesting, creative, amazing, powerful people that look nothing like me and talk like nothing like me. Because I already love me. I'm very confident in my own self. But I like a challenge. I like it. It's exciting. It's fun. It's awesome. So, this one wasn't as rough today, was it? Because here's the thing. I think you need to understand you're not doing anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. And I'll say it for the millionth time. You want more, you got to do more. So that's why you're here. So if this is something that resonated with me, with you, I know it resonated with me, resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I just have serious social anxiety. And yeah, I get like, ooh, I never know what to say. I have a gift for gab, surprisingly, with serious social anxiety. It is what it is. But I love you guys incredibly. All the things. Check out the description box, like, share, follow, do all the things that helps the channel, because this is a movement. I want all of you to be the most empowered, incredible versions of yourself. And we don't gatekeep over here. I love you, and I will see you mañana. Bye-bye.